Welcome to Williamsburg, Virginia. So we are in Williamsburg for a quick little weekend getaway. We're going to be here for 4 nights. So today we just drove in. We're kind of being lazy. We just checked in our hotel. We are staying at the Hampton Inn and Suites in the historic downtown area. And then we are going to go out to dinner tonight, and we are going to... I think we're gonna go to the outlets right now just for something to do. We got here a little earlier. Well, I guess there was traffic on the way. We were gonna stop at the Air and Space Museum, which is a half hour from here, and decided to skip it because of the traffic that we hit. We wouldn't have had much time there. So our schedule is tomorrow we're gonna do Jamestown and Yorktown. And the next day we're going to do Colonial Williamsburg, and then we're gonna go to Busch Gardens the day after that. So join us for our little Williamsburg 4-day getaway. Welcome to the Addams Family Travelers. Join us as we use our vacation days to travel around as much as we can and enjoy exploring the world. Make sure you join us on our adventures. So we're at the Premium Outlets in Williamsburg. So this is a good place to go if you just have a free afternoon or free evening. They have a ton of outlet stores here. They have a Yankee Candle store. They used to in Williamsburg when we came like 10 years ago, had a flagship store that closed. But you can still go in the Yankee Candle store, and there's a ton of other stores here. So we are at Elite Coffee and Lounge, which is a local coffee place. So we're going to try to get some coffee, and maybe like a pastry or something. Just killing some time till dinner by eating, of course. So we just got Elite Cafe. It was really good. Ashton had a brownie. It was like a homemade fudge brownie, and I had a caramel oat latte. It was really good. So I definitely check that place out. It was just nice to just sit in there. They've had calming music playing. Yeah. So it was great. So definitely make sure you check out that cafe. So we are at Food for Thought. There's a 40-minute wait time on a weeknight, even though it's off tourist season. It is over the holidays though, so I think we're gonna wait because I'm guessing everywhere is gonna be busy. But this is like rated as one of the best places in Williamsburg, so we'll see. I think it's like a good family restaurant. Hopefully we get called sooner than that, and we'll check it out. So we just left Food for Thought. It was really good. I got crab cakes, and so did Ashton, and then Brian and Aaron got a po' boy sandwich. They said it was really good. The crab cakes I thought could have used a little bit more seasoning, but it was still really good. This
and they came with like these super small fries,
shoestring fries that
and they were like it was essentially like tasted.
They were
like
so small.
Chips.
They were so good. So we are at Barrett's Seafood in downtown Williamsburg, and we're going to enjoy a dinner here. It's a holiday night, so we have early reservations. You can make reservations on Open Table. And we're excited to try some seafood. So dinner at Barrett's was so great. The seafood was fantastic. Ashton and I got a platter with like a crab cake, shrimp, oysters, Rockefeller, and it came with chili crab soup as well. And Brian and Aaron got Cajun covered redfin fish. And it was all so good. We definitely recommend Barrett's. we had a fantastic meal, and now we're going to try to go ice skating outside in Williamsburg at Liberty Ice Pavilion. They have an outdoor ice skating rink on the corner of Henry and Duke of Gloucester Street. So we are all gonna go ice skating. It was $18 for adults, $13 for kids, and $7 for skate rentals. So a little expensive, but such a neat experience outside. I've never skated outside before, and I've always wanted to. So a neat experience in downtown Williamsburg in the winter. So we had a really fun time skating out here. The ice is a little clumpy, like it needs cleaned, but so it's interesting skating outside because it's more clean inside. And also it's a small rink, so it's easier to fall, I feel, because there's all sorts of levels of skater. It took me a while to get my balance. Brian's always good because he
does
plays hockey. Yeah, and you did pretty good. But otherwise, yeah, I had a great time. So definitely check the Liberty Ice Pavilion out in the winter in Williamsburg. And we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to Colonial Williamsburg. Hi, welcome from Colonial Williamsburg. So we're at the visitor center right now. We're going to go in and buy our tickets, and then you either take a bus or walk over to Colonial Williamsburg. But we're excited today. Like I said, we haven't been here in like 10 years. So this is going to be fun day. And we're here to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country, which is a neat way to do this, being at Williamsburg. So this is a great year. 2026 is a great year to come to Williamsburg. So we have purchased our tickets, and now we're there's a third of a mile walk over to Colonial Williamsburg, and we're gonna go explore the different places.
What a unique opportunity, yes? So naturally, with that opportunity, we chose the most volatile, detrimental, and turbulent structures of government imaginable. 13 separate, free, and independent republics that did not aspire to...
So behind me is the governor's palace. We just stumbled. This is the first place we stumbled upon, and James Madison was giving a speech about convincing people to ratify the Constitution. And given that this is the 250th year of our country, it's just extremely interesting to hear that. It was very well done. So definitely recommend that speech. And we're gonna go check out the governor's palace. So we just did a tour of the governor's palace, which was really neat. It was set for the summer of 1775 and what it would have looked like when Lord Dunmore was the governor, and he ended up fleeing in the middle of the night because of the revolution. So that was really neat. Also, governor after the revolution, Patrick Henry and Thomas Jefferson lived in this building. Now this is a remake. The building burned down in 1781, and in 1780 the capital moved to Richmond. So they never rebuilt it. They found the foundation around the 1930s and ended up building the restoration right on top of the old foundation. So this is where the governor's palace would have stood. So behind me is the cooperage, and they're making basically like this type of structure for the cannon to hold the cannon with the wheels and whatnot. So we're inside George Witt's house. This is actually the original house, and George Witt was a law professor. He basically was the mentor of Thomas Jefferson, taught him about law, and then became the first law professor at William and Mary. Also, and you can see the dining room behind me, George Washington used this as a headquarters for 2 weeks during the Battle of Yorktown. So we just went in the joiner store, or the shop. That is where they make joints. They do a lot of, molding windows, doors, and they also do furniture like chairs. So that was, kind of interesting. It's separate from carpentry and different from cabinet making as well. So they had a lot of different wood trades. And this way you can see the ice skating rink where we ice skated last night. We are walking down that way because we are going to go get lunch in downtown Williamsburg. There is a place called the Cheese Shop, which I think we're going to stop in and get lunch. So the cheese shop was closed today. It's supposed to be really good. We might have to stop in there another day, but we are gonna find, I think, a coffee shop to eat at for lunch. We just went into the peanut shop, which is one of my favorites here. You get to try all the different types of peanuts, and the Chesapeake Bay mix is amazing. That's my recommendation. Plus, I bought some espresso beans as well. So we're really striking out today because it's a holiday. The coffee place Aromas we were going to go to is also closed. I think there may be some other coffee places. We're just going to walk around and find something to eat. We just want so much of something like take it out quick. So we stopped in Merchant Square at Illy, which is like a European chain for coffee and pastries. That'll tide us over. It was quite busy in there because there's not a ton open on this holiday, but I got some salted caramel latte and we're going to go back to Williamsburg and keep exploring. Enough to handle that, but we do see it on fabric at the time from this and so we went into the tailor, we went into a store they have, and then we went into the engraver. The engraver was really neat because they basically make a stencil that they paint with white paint, and you can erase the lead, and then you engrave it onto copper. It was so detailed and beautiful artwork. So we were just in the Weaver and we learned about fabric. They basically had to buy all their fabric from England because England wasn't allowing wool producing sheep to be imported over here. Very interesting. And they showed us that it takes a very long time to make it, and to learn the trade of weaving, it takes 7 years.
Many of you will have even heard the expressions freedom of the press and power of the press. Others have perhaps not studied that in school. And the same set of type in London might wear out in less than a year simply because you're printing way more copies way quicker in London than you are here.
So we just went into a bookbinder, a printer, and a cobbler, shoemaker. The printing press was really interesting. They said for you have to individually set each letter, and basically the typeset itself cost about a year's salary. It was cast in metal. So we're in the Raleigh Tavern, which is a tavern, and you could rent rooms to stay here. They said a lot of times people were staying 2 or 3 in a room. You just rent a bed. It doesn't mean you necessarily get a room. Also, they said the gathering room here was used for social events, the Apollo room. And this is where people like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and other founding fathers met to decide to that Virginia was going to join the cause for liberty. And that would have been in 1774. And joined Massachusetts. We just went in the bake shop and they have cookies. So I got a chocolate chip cookie, and Ashton got a peanut butter cookie. They look really good. Mm-hmm. Smell really good too.
It does smell. It's pretty good coffee.
We just were in the first we saw a comedy troupe, and then we were in the coffee house, which was really interesting. That was basically a place of gossip. You were expected to talk there, unlike the coffee houses today where people kind of just stay to themselves. But you get samples of drinking chocolate or coffee. And I got some drinking chocolate. It's dairy free, and it's like a very dark chocolate. It's very good. Yeah, I'll try to. Yeah, I wonder how many inmates were in here. And there's like shackles on the walls.
Yeah. I'm sure in the summer this would get hot.
Prolific carpenters got a lot of his money from government contracts of building bridges.
So behind me is the brick makers, and then there was also a construction. We came in the summer we looked at the pictures. It was 9 years ago. The kids were able to stomp in the clay for the brick makers, and they had so much fun doing that. So that's an activity you can do here in the summer. And we also saw pictures of just like a petting zoo area as well, right near the brick makers. So there's lots of activities going on here in the summer and in the winter, but it's less busy in the winter, which is nice. So, we, had a fantastic time in Colonial Williamsburg. We are going, back to the car now. It's like 4:30. So we've been here. It opens, at 10, and we've been here most of the day, since then. We are, going to, go out to dinner down in Merchant Square, and then we're going to actually come back for an evening program. Now, the evening programs do cost more. We are doing it's called To Hang a Pirate. It is the trial of Blackbeard. It's interactive. It sounded very interesting. We're going to meet at the Capitol building. So we will be doing that, later tonight at 7:30, but for now we're going to go walk to the car, get the car, and bring it closer to Merchant Square, and we'll show you dinner. I think we plan on going to Dog Street Pub, which is down on Merchant Square. So we are at the Dog Street Pub on the Duke of Gloucester Street, and this is like an English style pub. We're gonna go in for dinner. It was a 20 to 25 minute wait. We should be called pretty soon. Dog Street Pub. It was really good. Ashton and I had fish and chips, Aaron had chicken tikka masala, and Brian had a burger. Now we're going to make our way to the Capitol building in Colonial Williamsburg to go to, Hang a Pirate trial event that we're, part of. So like I said, you could do that event, or a ghost tour at night, are potential events. They also sometimes have concerts with like old timey instruments. So, in the palace. So we're going to go check out the trial. It should be interesting. So we're leaving the Tuhanga Pirate. It was kind of like a play and show. It was interactive. The audience got to vote on the verdict. And we got to ask questions. So the trial was of Israel Hands, who was a alleged conspirator to Blackbeard and piracy, and there was questions. They put forth the evidence. It was really interesting, and we got to vote on whether it was guilty or not guilty. And then we got to hear what really happened. So just a really interesting, interactive thing, and getting to see, how the courtroom was, in the, 17th or this 18th century. Just really interesting. And, I'm glad we went to it. And, we really enjoyed our day at Colonial Williamsburg. So behind me is the cheese shop, and a wine cellar. So we're back downtown. It's really busy today, and we're gonna get some lunch, at the cheese shop before heading up to Busch Gardens, which you'll see in a different video. So the cheese shop was mobbed, and it said to wait for sandwiches was like 25 minutes. The sandwich varieties really didn't look, I'm sure the sandwiches tasted good, but the options, it was just like turkey and cheese, and you pick I don't know, it didn't seem like anything that great. So we are going over, there's a deli. It said Not Your Jewish Mother's Deli or something like that. I can give you the exact name once we get closer. But, bagels and whatnot. So that's all. I think we're going to do that instead. So we went to the Jewish Mother's Delicatessen. They've got bagel sandwiches and different bagels. So we ordered bagels, and then I'm gonna stop over while we're waiting to the Aromas Cafe and get some coffee. Like bagels. So we're sitting outside Aromas where I got a bagel from the my Jewish Mother's Delicatessen. I got an everything bagel with garlic and ooh, it looks really good. Garlic cream cheese. And then, inside, Aromas, I got a honeydew latte, which is like honey and vanilla and cinnamon. And Brian got a cold brew, and Aaron got a muffin from there. Now, the only thing is, just so you know, at Aromas, well, it was really busy, but I think everything down here is busy. Also, they charge me $1.50 for oat milk. So just oat milk. So just keep that in mind as well. But we're going to eat our lunch. So, yeah, the bagels were okay. And, I got the honeydew coffee. It was okay. I don't think I like the honey they use that much, so it kind of turns me off a little bit, but the coffee from Aromas is not bad. Otherwise, just downtown's really busy for lunch. Just before we came for late lunch, like at 1, and it was just crazy down here. So just know, and I'm sure, like, we're off season, so I'm sure in the summer it gets even more crazier. So, we have one more day left in Williamsburg. We're gonna eat some more, probably downtown. We're gonna eat brunch downtown tomorrow, so I'll show you that. We're going to leave today, and we are going, so Williamsburg, we noticed when we got here, there are a ton of pancake houses, and they call it the pancake capital. So we picked a pancake house. We decided to do it today. So we are at Not Another Pancake House, and there are, they said 8 to 11, specific pancake houses. And then there are, of course, a ton of other restaurants or diners that serve pancakes. So pancakes are really big here in Williamsburg. So we're going to check out this one. And I saw this was rated well, and the menu looked really good. So we're going to go get some pancakes.
This is great.
Best breakfast plate ever.
So we just eat at the Not Another Pancake House, and they have stuff other than pancakes too. Brian and I got cinnamon swirl pancakes. They were amazing. Ashton got Elvis French toast, which is peanut butter banana, and Aaron got eggs Benedict. It was so good. So definitely try Not Another Pancake House. And we've had a great time in Williamsburg. We were here for 3 days. We did Jamestown and Yorktown one day, and then Colonial Williamsburg, and then Busch Gardens. There's also more things to do in the summer, but I like the idea of coming in the winter, more in the not touristy section. You know, it's always busy here, but we had a great time, and thank you for watching.